As I mentioned earlier, my name is Phillip Yarbrough. I am the Director of Sales for TrūAura. You've stumbled along this. Why? Because someone believes in you, or maybe somebody just wants to spend more time with you. They see characteristics and qualities within you that believes that you would enjoy this, and it would be a great opportunity to impact other people's lives as well as impact your own through a home-based model that you can earn income. So this is who I am. I won't leave it here long, but take a screenshot, a picture of any of that. And my cell phone is on there. That's my direct cell phone. You can text or call to that number anytime, day or night. If you have any questions, or if you just want to set up a chat, feel free to do that. Would love to hear from you. I've been in the direct sales world for almost 10 years now, was in the corporate world for almost 10 years total. So all in sales, sales and sales management, and just helping others. I guess my why, just to let you know, is I like to meet people where they are and help them take their next step. Not my next step for them, but their next step for themselves. I help to identify some of those barriers that might be in place. And then we put a plan together that helps with that, whether that's in a traditional sales sense or in the roles that I am in now with direct sales, where you really get to impact people's lives. I've fallen in love with this industry. Why? Because, well, first of all, it really is about people. It's about growing business, growing people, and then those people grow businesses. And so we would like to pour into other people and let them be the best versions of themselves. So hopefully after tonight's call, you'll get a sense of that. You'll understand why we do what we do here. And then maybe it gives you a little peek into why you might want to be doing it as well. So who is TrūAura? TrūAura started 3 years ago next month. Yes, 3 years ago next month. It's a wonderful time to be joining because we have probably some anniversary sales starting up next month that you'll be able to take advantage of, as well as be able to share that with some of your friends and family. It's already a wonderful price and value that you're able to give them, but even more so whenever we have that. We were started about, like I said, almost 3 years ago by the Heath family. That's like the Heath Bar. So it's a family-owned business. In fact, Rick started the business, and he's been in the direct sales world for over 30 years now. His father was in it. You would say it's in his blood. And I got to say, it is what you would think a family-run business is like. It's about each other. It's about building into each other. Both of his sons work for the company. His daughter, who's a teacher, is a consultant, and his wife is, Noelle, is very involved in the business as well. It truly is a perfect picture of how you support each other. You lean into others' strengths, and you let them run in their lane. It's been wonderful to watch that for the last year that I've been with TrūAura, and it's really, it really is. They lead with transparency, with honesty, respect, and really wanting what's best for others. In fact, whenever we talk about the intersection of honesty, respect, integrity, and ethics, here on the right-hand side of the screen, many people, many businesses talk about this. I'd be naive to think that we're the only company out there that speaks of these things, of this intersection. In fact, it's very important in most businesses to at least talk about it. You'll walk into many offices, or you used to be able to walk into offices, and you would see boardrooms named integrity, others named honesty, respect, these big, bold words that are kind of don't mean much unless you have actions to back them up. Well, in being at many different companies, I've noticed over the last year that we've had some things boil to the surface, you might say, in our world. Being in a pandemic, the social issues that we face, these different things, it's been a bumpy road, 2020 was, and 2021 isn't looking so much better. But it's whenever fire is applied that you start to see the true character of a company. Fire has been applied to this company in my journey here since I began. And I can tell you that the cream rises to the top. Whenever you heat up milk, the cream rises to the top, and that's why it says, it's the saying, creme de la creme. The cream rises to the top, and it's wonderful, and you get that wonderful taste there. There's another way that you look at it as well, is whenever fire is applied to gold, it heats it up to a liquid form so that the impurities can come to the surface and they can be scraped away. They can be cooled and polished until the blacksmith can see his reflection in the gold. He is not happy. You see, I'd be naive, like I said, to think that there wasn't any issues with the business over the last year. And that fire has actually helped bring some of those impurities to the surface so that we can become a better company. I sure hope that you have been able to do that in your personal life. I know I've been able to. And that's what we're about here. It's not just about building a business, it's about building individuals. And those individuals make up a community. On the left-hand side of the screen, the community, the puzzle, it really is a perfect image of what community is. You see, every little piece is cut out perfectly and has a perfect place where it doesn't have to be forced in. You see, your characteristics and qualities are specific to you, much like a snowflake. And they fit right into a puzzle that makes a bigger community than just yourself. We want to be a landing place for someone like yourselves, or help you find a place like that. Someone thought of you whenever they said, hey, I'm building a business and I'd like to spend more time with someone that I care about. We spend so much time in our lives working, earning an income, that it pushes the relationships to the side. Well, in the direct sales world, you can blend the two. It's a beautiful concept of, I get to work with my best friends, with the people I'm closest with, that we get to build in each other, encourage each other. We get to find each other's qualities and characteristics and fit them into the puzzle of the community of TrūAura. The middle picture here is really what community is all about. It's what we are at the corporate team. Based here in Dallas, Texas, we want to be able to make decisions and work with you closely so that we give you a hand up, not just a hand out. If you've ever been climbing and or hiking, many times you can get to a point as to where you just can't take that next step, especially at altitude, whenever you're struggling for that breath and you want to reach out, or maybe you want somebody to throw you on their back, but reaching the summit doesn't mean as much if you're on somebody else's back, or if you're on a horseback or something. It just doesn't mean quite as much unless you're doing it on your own, but with the help of others. You see, we want to be a hand up to you, not the hand out. This is hard work. I'm not going to lie to you. You have to do the work, and what you put in is what you get out. And as we start to look at some of the people that have really put in the work here, I have a few testimonies that I want to be able to share with you. The first on the left-hand side of the screen is our #1 seller in the whole business. In fact, 2 months ago in November, she sold $18,500. Her name's April. And she, a few different months last year, sold in the 10 to 15,000 per month. And really, she's not the only one. You see, she works her business a specific way and has certain needs that she needs to meet with her business. And what she loves about it is the flexibility that this industry provides. You see, she's sitting at her kitchen table and she's got her laptop out, got the ball cap on, still got the pajama pants. Don't forget the coffee. We love our coffee here at TrūAura. And we want to make sure that, and she makes sure that she can wrap up everything in the morning so that she can have time with her kiddos in the afternoon to build that sense of community in her family the same way she does at work. Kids get to watch her work and build a work and show the work ethic that she puts in. You see, what April puts in, she gets out. There's a few other people, and these are some of these people that I'll show videos throughout the presentation. Some just started within the last 3 months. You see, we don't look at just the people like April that are just doing rock star things. We want to build into people that are taking those first steps as well. So hear why they love TrūAura.
TrūAura has been absolutely amazing for my family and I. It has put me out of my comfort zone, given me confidence I never knew I could have.
I love sharing samples with my family and friends of the products that I love and use every day from TrūAura. The best part about that is getting a surprise text, personal message about how much they liked it, maybe how they've never used something like this before, and how well it worked for them. So
we'll hear from some more people a little bit later on, but that's just a quick little hit of why some people love their TrūAura business, whether it's the product, whether it's the business model, being able to impact other people's lives. And in fact, whenever you look at that, you can look at the product adaptive curve. This isn't an R term. This is more of a macro term. And by macro, I mean a big term that economists use, and maybe merchandisers and product people and inventors and those type things. Where is your product on the product adaptive curve? You could look at this as a person. You can look at this as a product. You can look at it as a business. And so really, when we look at this and looking at it as the TrūAura business, where are we on this scale? Let me tell you first, and you might be looking on a screen, like a small screen. So I'll tell you, the far left of the bell curve is a innovator. That's the top 2.5%. These are the Steve Jobs, the Elon Musks, the Tim Cooks of the world, the inventors, the forward thinkers, the Ellisons, the Benjamin Franklins, the George Washingtons, the ones that push the envelope. They say, I have an idea, who's coming with me? They're the Jerry Maguires, right? Who's coming with me? And then you get the one person that says, I am. And then maybe one more. Those are the early adopters. And that's the first 15% of the bell curve. We haven't even gotten halfway up that yet. We're probably about 7.5%, 8% of where we are. So we're still in the flat part almost and about to go take off. We just had our best year ever, and really best year ever in a pandemic. Great, love it. That means that we have great blue skies ahead of us and a lot of upward mobility, and that should really excite you, because once you get to the back end of the early adopters, that's where the growth really can take off. And the benefit of that, of why you are at the right place at the right time, is that you've had other people that have put blood, sweat, and tears into this company, laid the foundation for you to grow. Once you get to that early majority, oh man, it's fun. I've been there a few times. It's an exciting time to be a part of the company. So you are at the right place at the right time. And I hope that you are open to the idea of joining the TrūAura family. So the back half of this presentation, I'm going to just walk through it very simply in this way. Impact equals your why. Flexibility is how we do this business and why it's important. And then the disruption is the product. It's the what. So the why, how, what. We're going to start in the middle. This is Simon Sinek's golden circle. And if you join this family, you're going to hear about Simon Sinek from me a lot. He is my man crush, I guess you could call it. A wonderful author, thinker, and philosopher of our generation, and just absolutely love the way he communicates, a gifted communicator. And so we're going to follow his model of start with the why, which is the impact. So what does that mean? Whether you are doing this part-time, full-time, or big time, you're doing it because you get to impact other people's lives, whether it's through a product, or very innovative product, or that can leave a mark effect on someone's lives. Or it's our business model where somebody reaches out to you in a time of need, or maybe to add value into the family to be able to pay for future vacations or schools or whatever it might be, maybe replace or supplement an income. You get to impact other people's lives by just reaching out, being a problem solver, not a seller. We don't sell here, we solve problems. That leads, once you start making an impact in other people's lives, it leads to having meaning in yours. And when you have meaning in your daily walk, it builds a significance for yourself. It's easier to fall asleep at night Why? Because you feel fulfilled, say 2 times in a row, but you feel fulfilled. And whenever you are fulfilled in your daily walk, guess what? That meaning starts to grow. You want to do it more. You feel the purpose. And whenever you feel purpose, watch out. Watch out, world. When you feel purpose in a mission and a cause that you can push forward, you spring out of bed easier in the morning. People start to ask questions. What's different about you? And you have a reason for doing whatever it is you're doing. I pray for you in this, and that you will, whether it's with TrūAura or not, that you will find purpose in your daily walk, and that you will have others asking the questions of curiosity of what's different. How can I make impact you? Why are you so excited about this product? That's what's easy about it. Whenever you start to use the product, you like it, you want to talk about it more. You see the problem-solving capabilities of the product and the business model, and you reach out to others. That leads me to the how. How do we do what we do? And it's really finding that puzzle piece for each person. That many people come to the direct sales world for different reasons. It might be for a sense of community and a sisterhood, because most of it is women in this industry. It might be for an income. It might be to supplement a loss of a job. It might be because I need to have a flexibility, but I like the flexibility. Maybe you have a skill set that you used in a complete career, and you want to be able to still use that and hone the skills of it. You don't need income anymore, but you want to still engage the mind. Or you just might want to have a little bit better pricing on some product you like. Well, the direct sales industry started almost a century ago. It's amazing. It's been around this long. And it started by it really started because of relationships. It started because of relationships of women that were at home, and they wanted to get together and share experience, talk about life. They needed a reason to do that. So they would talk about for hours, and then would talk about the product for just a few minutes, then move on throughout their day, and then go to somebody else's house the next week and do it again and again and again and again. And it's a gig economy. It's the flexibility and control that you have. A gig economy, much like it's, again, sorry, another economic term that you can Google a little bit later, get into the details of it. But it's about flexibility and control. And two or three of the biggest companies that are disruptors in their world are Uber, Lyft, and Airbnb. Airbnb own one hotel, but gosh, they just launched an IPO on the stock market at $150 a share with over a $90 billion market cap. It's a huge company, billion, not million, billions of dollars. They're disruptors, and it talks about the flexibility and control that you can have over your earning and income potential. Obviously, Uber and Lyft have the flexibility and control there. And in fact, in our last recession in 2008 to 2010, all three of those companies started. Makes you think, doesn't it? So that brings me to the what, the outer circle, and that's our product, something that we're very proud of. We leave it to the end because we want to touch on the why first. People connect to the why. Then they want to know how you get to that why. And now we'll talk about the what. This is disruption, much like Airbnb was to the hotel industry. We're talking about a disruptive nature of a product. We're talking about healthy environment for your skin to thrive. Pre and probiotics and microbiomes, things that whenever you're talking about with your gut, right? These are things that you don't talk about with skincare. You talk about it with the other organs in your body, but not the organ known as your skin. But the interesting thing with that is that you can control what goes in your body. You can't always control what goes on your body. And so what we do at TrūAura is that we to make sure that we're giving you an opportunity to preserve, support, and supplement the skin you're in. so that you can see noticeable results, and those that you love can see those results and get questions of curiosity from others of why their skin's looking so much better. You get people that stand up a little taller, walk a little bit more proud, and yes, you are impacting other people's lives through skincare. You're giving a healthy environment for their skin to thrive like it never has before. And when we talk about pre and probiotics in every one of our products, we're not talking about the minimum that is needed to be able to claim it. We're talking about on the high end. I won't say max, because the max is 100% pre and probiotics, which would be leaving out a lot of important stuff. But it would be the high end of the scale to be able to claim these things. We have a high end product that you can be proud to be able to represent. As we talk about the tools that help you grow that business, you might be going, raise your hand right now. Are you in? I'm in. Like, I love this thing. I've never had a skincare routine before. Now every morning and night I have this routine. My skin feels better than it's ever been. There's an elasticity to it. And I got to tell you, it is wonderful. And so how are we going to help you be more successful? We want to give you the tools to grow your business. Listen to some of these and how they have utilized some of the tools and things that we have, and then I'll tell you a little bit more about it.
It has filled my cup in a way that I didn't even know I needed, allowing me to connect with these women and offer healthy beauty solutions and gain new friendships in the process. I love doing Facebook virtual parties just to give tips and tricks for women to feel and look great in their own skin.
And I think you should join us to experience these benefits too.
So some of the things they talked about there, Facebook parties, Zoom parties, these type things, you might go, I've never done that before, because you might have done a direct sales business before. You might have. I've been with multiple companies and different things, and there's different models of doing that. Some you meet in the living room and with a group of people around you, or some might be one-on-one appointments. Some might just be on the phone, and you just send out your link and people order directly from that. But what in this new world that we live in, because of our friend COVID, we have had to learn differently. We've had to shift business to a virtual learning, virtual connecting. And in fact, the TrūAura office hasn't been open in almost a year now. It was March 11th last year that we shut down the office and haven't been back in there. I'm actually at my house here in Addison, Texas. I guess loft, whatever you want to call it, and have worked from here for the last year. We've had to upskill in this time of pandemic. Well, what we've done as well is we've reached out to third-party people, trainers, to train on how to do that. And they sit in our YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel that everybody has access to, and you can learn about how you have this virtual world of virtual parties on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, or any of these that you want to learn from, and how to reach out to people in different ways. Also utilizing Zoom, this platform right here. It's a wonderful way to be in someone's living room virtually, but not physically. We want to make sure that you feel safe, but also equipped to grow business. Some of the other tools that we have is a replicated website that looks just like ours, our website, but it just has your name attached to it. You can send that link out. People can order from there. We have our TrūAura app, Trū app, that is fantastic. We have a back office learning system where you have reporting and resource library, so all your questions can be answered. But the one asset that is on here that isn't on here is your person who invited you to this call. They're the greatest asset that you have. You have a relationship with them. You have a mentor relationship right there to grow together. Whether they started yesterday or a year ago or 30 years ago, you will both be able to learn from each other. Another big ability or tool that you're able to use during this time is the product, of just understanding and using the product to learn more about what you do. and be able to share with others. We also have many different trainings. I do a Wednesday training every Wednesday at 2 o'clock. I do these every Thursday. So you can jump on here and listen time and time again to learn how to talk about the business a little bit more and really feel equipped to grow what you're doing. So whether you're joining us because you're that entrepreneurial spirit and you're just like, I'm ready to conquer the world. This seems like the new biggest, best thing, and I'm in. Maybe you're very competitive and you're a vision person, much like Rick was, and says, hey, you're Jerry Maguire. Who's coming with me? And you're ready to charge through a wall. Man, we're so thrilled you're here. Maybe you're a burned out professional. Maybe you were furloughed or you lost a job and you're looking for an opportunity to replace or supplement an income. If that's you, I am sorry you're going through that. It cannot be easy, especially if you have a family to support and kiddos running around, and that has to be stressful. Well, we want to be a soft landing place for you. And one of the best ways that we can do that is that we pay out weekly. You have weekly needs, not monthly needs. And in fact, if you join today and you start selling today, guess what? You're paid next week. There's opportunities for you to grow in this company quickly. You can earn products, and I'll tell you a little bit more about those in a minute. You might be a power mom. I had a power mom. She's now a power grandmom for my sisters and my sister's kiddos, my nieces. I have 3 of those at 12, 10, and 6. They're fantastic. I love being a funkle. They live about 2 minutes away from here. I missed them last year. I was in Australia running a direct sales company there. I absolutely loved it, but it is good to be back close to those wonderful kids and getting to see power moms at work like my sister and my mother. The thing about that is I get to see it firsthand on a regular basis that you as a power mom know how to juggle a schedule. You just do. The more that's on your plate, the more efficient you become. But at the same time, and I've noticed this in my sister, is that she needs almost forced adult interaction, especially in these times of where the kids are just always at home, right? Where do they go? Well, we want to be that for you, that forced adult interaction where you can connect with like-minded people. Maybe you're in a second act in a time of retirement and where you look at this and you say, hey, I've got skill sets. I've got wisdom that I want to give to others. I don't want to just have a chapter or a book end right now. I want to carry it forward. I just don't want to do the 9-to-5 stuff. Well, this is the perfect place for you. I'm so glad each one of you are here. And as we start to move towards the end of this, one of the big reasons anyone's here is, hey, how do you make money, right? Well, some of the people that invited you to the call might have already told you. I'm just going to explain it this simply, or you can go back and ask them. It's one of the richest compensation plans that I've seen out there. We pay personal sales bonuses, another word for commissions, and you earn anywhere from 20 to 50%. It's a tiered commission structure. I've been at other places. I've never seen anything over 35%, but at the $2,500 level. So once you sell $2,500, it might seem like a lot, but really it's about a party a week, a party to a party and a half a week, or a Zoom party, social gathering, you might call it. And once you get to that 2,500, you make 50% on all of it. Not just on what is over and above. It's retroactive. And you might say, but you pay out weekly. Yes, we level that up at the end as the month goes on. So if you hit it in the second week, on the third week, you're getting paid, you're getting caught up on the week 1 and 2 and your third week of over 2,500. Those tiers, the person who invited you on the call can share that with you. If you've taken the time to be here, I think you're probably going to be at that top level, right? It is really a great opportunity to be able to earn an income and earn it quickly. And in fact, and I'll tell you in a minute further, but in the first 60 days, you make a minimum of 40% on your retail sales, on any retail sales that you have. We also have a wonderful thing, and some of you might have been a part of it, is the TLC program. And this is kind of like our subscription model. And the more people that you get signed up on that, guess what? It's regular orders. You get the loyalty to that. And loyalty is not gained And we don't have, this is where a majority of our sales come from, is through the loyalty program, the TrūAura loyalty customers. Why? Because they love the product and they get a 15% discount by ordering that way. Free shipping, those type things. There's a great opportunity in income, and listen to these people as they talk.
That from day one, I was thoroughly impressed with the TrūAura skincare line. The first time I used it, I said, wow, this is the real deal. It's been a fantastic experience being a TrūAura consultant. Thankfully, from day one, I earned income, and within a week, I received my first paycheck. Who does that? That's amazing. Well, TrūAura does. And just the flexibility is just wonderful, having a large family, being a wife and mother to 7 children, and homeschooling. It fits right in perfectly.
TrūAura definitely has provided my family with extra income. This past summer, I was able to buy a new iPhone, which I use for my business as well. And also last month, my family moved. And so when we were setting up our new house, I made a couple of expensive runs to Target for things that we needed. And instead of worrying about where that money would come from, I just paid it with my TrūAura cash, which was huge and fun and free as well.
TrūAura has done so much for me with the people, with lifting me up and empowering me to become the best person I can be and continue to grow, and to grow to not only help myself, but to also help others. So community and connection. Thank you, TrūAura.
Yes, community and connection. I gotta love it. And the reason we played that out like that, it wasn't all about money. It's sometimes the community and connection is a value to you as well. Lucretia, the very first woman on there, you didn't mishear her. She said a wife and mother to 7 children. You might be sitting at home saying, I don't know if I have the time. First time I met Lucretia was in September of just 2020. She joined the business, and she has kids from 6 years old to 17. She's also a homeschooling mother. They've never gone to school. She's taught since the very beginning. Her 13-year-old daughter just got published in Highlights magazine. She's a busy woman. You have time. You have time. It's about carving out that time for yourself to add value into your own life, to add value to your family, to add an additional income that might be able to pay for certain things that you like. I hope you were able to take a few little nuggets of truth out of this and enjoy the evening. Whether you're here for the clean, safe, healthy products, a flexible side gig, maybe even a supplemental income. Maybe you like the tech suite, that you've been able to see that in different ways, and you like being able to work from home. Maybe you just want to make a difference in other people's lives. You're at the right place, and I'm just thrilled you were here. If you have any questions, please feel free to text me at that number I gave out at the beginning. If more people joined, I know we have people on the phone, we have people on live, and we'll have people watching on recording. Feel free to reach out to me, 214-908-3221. Again, my name's Phillip. Save it in your phone. Shoot me a text or email or call. I'd love to hear from you. I hope you have a wonderful day. And in getting started with this, you have an opportunity to earn some products. $379. That is easily earned with $500 in sales and $1,000 in sales. And you will also, this isn't just a promotion or anything like this. This is all the time. And you will also earn a minimum an extra 20% in the first 60 days that you are part of the TrūAura business. I hope that's exciting to you. So let's get started. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for your time today, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. Talk to you soon.